Welcome to another episode of our live stream, My Journey to the Trinity. My name is Hussein. Happy to be with you. Happy to be with me. And today I'm kind of looking at some new Antichrist maneuvers in the United States of America. The Antichrist is obviously the Apostle John said that the Antichrist was around. It was around even in his day. There were antichrists back then, and there are antichrists now. And but the Antichrist has really upped the ante, escalated, and really exposed himself through what's going on in Minnesota. The Antichrist spirit, of course, was always there, but it's really gone to a new level here. And let's just watch this video here of the attacking the churches. And here's, is this the one I want? Or is this? No, I think I want to take. You know what? I want to go with this one instead.
Renee good! Renee good! Renee good! Renee good! Renee good! Don't shoot! 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 Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are your people? Why are you not at Whipple every day fighting for the humanity, standing for our people? Where are you? You drink your coffee, you got your jewelry, you have your nice clothes, but what do you do? What do you do to stand for your Somali and Latino communities? I'm not going to comment. You have no comment, exactly. Say your name! Good! Say your name! Renee, good! Renee, good! For freedom! We have a duty to fight for freedom! We have a duty to win! We have a duty to win! We must love and support one another!
There you have it. They're now coming to church. They're coming to church, and I won't be surprised if they don't come with guns next time. I mean, this is like, wow, massive escalation against the church, against the body of Jesus Christ. And, this is the new thing now. The Democratic Party will just start, I'm sure, supporting this. I mean, CNN's fine with it. CNN is okay with this. And in fact, one of the people was one of the CNN's reporters, Don Lemon. He was there, exploiting the situation, maybe inflaming it. It seems like he was inflaming it, just by his presence, he's inflaming it because he's so famous. And for him to, kind of add his gravitas, his okay, love you, boo boo, to add his veracity, his, he's got some, Don Lemon has some weight, because he's a famous reporter, worked for Antichrist CNN, and so for him to add his reputation, his career, his bona fides, I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but man, he added his own who and what he is to this attack on a church. And I expected, America is not exempt from the Antichrist attacks on churches. But to see it like this, to see this, and I believe this is the first step, you guys, it's like they crossed that line. They crossed the line now. It's like we haven't seen this type of an attack on the church. We haven't seen this kind of an attack on a church. And so this is kind of adding, crossing that line. And as Christians, we know this is going to happen. As Christians, we know the Antichrist is coming. We know they're going to be attacking our churches, like they attacked the churches in Pakistan, like they attacked the churches in Egypt, like they attacked the churches in Muslim countries. They're going to be attacking churches in America. America is not exempt from the Antichrist. Okay, and so, but to actually see it happening is shocking. You know, to actually see it happening is shocking. And hello, Bruce. How are you? God bless you, Christian Defender. You know, it's really like, wow. I really do. You know what? What this does is it has now crossed that line where churches are no longer sacred. And of course, the Democratic Party is okay with that. Of course, the Democratic Party supports this. Of course, CNN supports this. Of course, CNN, I mean, they sent Don Lemon, to the church. Well, they didn't really send him, but he's one of their disciples. And so, and the media is going to support them. They're already, if you read the reports, the media, CNN is already okay with this. CNN is like saying, oh, these nice people, just taking a walk on Sunday afternoon, type of a thing. Let's go CNN and see their garbage or satanic, their satanic coverage of this. But this is like taking things to the next, CNN is trying to justify. CNN is trying to justify what was done here by saying that the pastor is associated with ICE. So what if he's associated with ICE? That's why CNN is trying to justify this. Right-wing influencers chased away from a small rally, and protesters disrupted church service where they said ICE official is the pastor. So CNN's okay with this. CNN, Department of Justice vows to press charges after activists disrupt church where Minnesota ICE official is a pastor. So they are trying to say, CNN is saying, if the pastor is an ICE member, then it's okay to do this to churches, to attack Christians. It's okay to attack Christians if the pastor is a member of ICE. Okay, the U.S. Department of Justice said Sunday it is investigating a group of protesters in Minnesota who disrupted services at a church where a local official with ICE apparently serves as a pastor. The live stream video posted on Facebook page of Black Lives Matter Minnesota, one of the protest organizers, shows a group of people disrupting services at church in St. Paul, chanting ICE out, justice for Renee Good, 37-year-old mother of 3 fatally shot. The protesters allege that one of the church pastors, David Easterwood, also leads the local ICE field office overseeing operations that have involved violent tactics and illegal arrests. U.S. Department, see, it's like CNN is taking the side of these guys because it's against the church. CNN hates Christianity. CNN hates Christians. And so CNN is defending what they're doing here. But you guys, this is an escalation that you're going to see it next Sunday. You're going to see it next Sunday again. And, you know, if it happens, it happens. I was in the Gaza Strip when a bunch of guys came into the church. And we thought we didn't know what was going to happen. You know, I was the worship leader that day, and we just kept worshiping, you know, and you know what? It's going to happen. It is going to happen. The Antichrist is coming. And of course, CNN is part of it. Of course, CNN is part of the Antichrist. And it's just, but to see it and to see the media just, you know, supporting it like this is amazing. And not just the supporting it. CNN is not just supporting it. Look what they're doing. Involved violent tactics and illegal arrest. CNN is building the case for this. You know, CNN is like building the case for these attacks on churches. CNN hates Christians. They hate Christianity. And this right here is just, as far as I'm concerned, this is the proof of it. You know, look, it's like they're building the case against the pastor. CNN is building the case against the pastor. The protesters allege one of the church pastors, David Easterwood, also leads the local ICE office overseeing operations that have involved violent tactics and illegal arrests. So this is CNN saying that it involves violent tactics and illegal arrests. CNN hates Christians, you guys. U.S. Department of Justice Assistant Attorney General. I mean, all the media hates Christians. Okay, it's all part of the Antichrist. The media. I'm talking mainstream media. New York Times, Washington Post. Even though Jeff Bezos is coming around, Politico, Time, ABC, CBS, NBC's. CNN, of course, MSNBC is absolutely the tip of the Antichrist spear. And so a house of worship is not a public forum for your protest. It's a space protected from exactly such acts by federal, criminal, and civil laws, she said on social media. I'm sure CNN doesn't agree with that. That's Pam Bondi. Weighed in on social media saying that the violations of federal law would be prosecuted. I'm glad they have the faces of these guys. You know, maybe they could, you know, throw them in prison. But I still think that a line has been crossed, and they're just going to wear masks, you know, or wear Hamas scarves and start doing this. You know, maybe next time they'll bring weapons with them. Who knows? You know, Nakima Levy Armstrong, who participated in the protest, leads the local grassroots civil rights organization Racial Justice Bullshit Network. It's the RJBN. Dismissed potential DOJ investigation as sham and distraction from federal agents' actions in Minneapolis, St. Paul. When you think about your federal government unleashing barbaric ICE agents, you see, this is what Tim Walz has created. The attacks on churches are Tim Walz attacks on churches. Tim Walz is the one who has incited and, you know, planted this into the hearts of the people of Minnesota. You know, I hope, I mean, because the people in church are Minnesota people too. The people in the church are Minnesota people too. It's just that they're, you know, the people in the church are Christians. The ones attacking the church are not Christians. I mean, they may call themselves Christians, like CNN probably has people they call themselves Christian, but obviously are not. But when you think about the federal government unleashing barbaric ICE agents upon our community and all the harm they have caused, to have someone serving as a pastor who oversees ICE agents is almost unfathomable to me, said Armstrong, who added, she's an ordained reverend, I'm sure, yes. If people are more concerned about someone coming to a church on a Sunday and disrupting business as usual than they are about the atrocities that we are experiencing in our community, then they need to check their theology and need to check their hearts. So CNN is giving this person a platform. CNN is just giving this person a total platform to attack churches, to attack Christians. CNN is giving them the platform to go ahead and attack Christians. Nice, CNN. Nice job, man. The website of the St. Paul-based city's church lists David Easterwood as a pastor, and his personal information appears to match that of David Easterwood, identified in court filings as the acting director of ICE St. Paul field office. So CNN has done the work to help them. Thank you, CNN. Thank you, CNN, for helping these guys attack Christians. Thank you, CNN. Wow. Thank you, CNN. You know, that's amazing. All right, you guys. Well, it doesn't seem like we have not too many people are very interested in what I have to say about this. I appreciate those of you who are here, but I think obviously this isn't a topic that people are interested in hearing from me about. So I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Thank you for being here. God bless you guys. Thank you.